Hi, I'm Amy Macdonald and you're watching Toasted.
Hello.
Hi.
Did you have a nice flight?
Little bit bumpy, but I think it was okay in the end.
Yeah, you arrived here like 2 hours later than
Not
predicted?
2 hours, no, it was half an hour.
half an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. You just finished your UK tour.
Yeah, a few days ago and now right into this one as well. I'm a bit tired, but I'll get over it.
Yeah. How was it?
It was brilliant, great fun, but I was glad to have a few days off at the end. I wish maybe there was a bit of a longer break between two tours, but it has to be done.
Yeah. Any highlights?
There was the three best shows were Manchester, Aberdeen and Liverpool. They were particularly great, but everywhere else was wonderful as well, but the crowds that night were just out of this world.
Yeah. Well, your first of your new single, Run, is coming out today, right?
In the UK, yes,
Yeah.
it's coming out today, so it's a bit strange to be in a different country when that's coming out back home, but I mean, you have to get on with these things, so I'm not thinking about it too much.
Yeah, but it's sold out here tonight, so...
Yeah, brilliant, it's really exciting, it's lovely to be back over in Holland. I've always had a nice time here in the past.
Yeah, you've been here a year ago or something?
Yeah, this is my third time here. I was here probably about a year ago, and then I was here in September playing in the bigger room in this very venue with Paul Weller.
Mm. You're friends with Paul Weller, right?
Well, yeah, he's an acquaintance of mine. We've met a few times, and I supported him on his European tour last year, and I've seen him a few times since. He's a great guy and an extremely talented musician.
Yeah, well, what's really your connection with it? Is it also musical-wise that you cross over ideas or something?
Not at all, no. I mean,
No.
we're completely different types of musicians, so I supported him on tour, like I said, and through that we've kept in touch.
Yeah. Well, your album is going great. Here also, it's starting to run a little bit, and well, just like half an hour ago, Fritz Spitz, the old man, interviewed you. He's an icon here, man.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I mean, that's the hard thing about doing interviews over here. You could be doing it with somebody that everyone in this country looks up to, but you don't know who they are, and that's the downfall about travelling around. It'd be better if you had an idea of every country first, but that'd probably be quite impossible. But yeah, it was a lovely guy, and I've heard that he's been very supportive of me.
Yeah. So things are running really good. Well, you're still very young. How do you pull it off?
I mean, I'm just my own person, and I just act the exact same as I always had, so it's no trouble to me really. I mean, it's a lot of hard work, but I'm willing to put the effort in, and it's great fun, and being on tour is brilliant because I mean my band are some of my closest friends, so it's just like a road trip sometimes, so we all have good fun.
I heard you had a really funny bassist, right?
Yeah, he is very funny. You might not be able to understand him. He's from Wales, so he's got quite a strong accent, but he's very amusing and very fun to have around.
Do Welshmen and Scottish people get along very well?
Yes, because we're all Celts. We get along much better than anywhere else. The Welsh, the Irish and the Scottish really love each other, so we get on perfectly well.
Yeah, and does the English crowd dig you also?
Yes, everyone's fine and everyone gets along fine, yeah.
Because I heard you are a real patriot, right?
I'm a real patriot, yeah, but that doesn't mean that I have any problem with anybody else. I mean, it's great to be proud of your roots, and Scotland's a glorious country and it's got so many great things to be proud about, and I've got no problem shouting that from the rooftop, so to speak.
Yeah, but so long away from home, right? Don't you miss it?
I do, but I go home. I mean, I think a lot of people think that you never get to go home. I was home this morning and I was home for 4 days before that. So, I mean, I still get to go home and I still see my family and friends. So it's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, but it's really short, right?
It is short, but you only promote an album for a year and then you have time off and then you have loads of time at home. So, I mean, this is my job. Although it involves a lot of time away from home. This is my career. I'd much prefer doing this than be sat at a desk all day.
Well, a few weeks ago you played a gig at Shepherd's Bush.
Yeah.
I heard you sang 2 new songs.
2 new songs I did, yes. Over Christmas I had time off, which gave me some time to be myself again, and that inspired me to write songs. I hadn't planned to write anything, but they just happened. and it's great. And we've been playing them on the tour so far, and they've been going down really well.
Yeah, they're going to be on your next album?
I'm not thinking about a next album right now. I'm far too busy that it would just be an unnecessary pressure on my back. So there's no point in thinking about it when I'm already still concentrating on this album.
Yeah, so no new songs on the shelf right now?
I mean, I've written a few, but I'm not writing for an album right now. It would be ridiculous to try and squeeze that in. I would drive myself into the ground.
Yeah, are you the type of person who rides on the road, or
no,
just in the breaks?
Yeah, just breaks, because there's nothing inspiring about this room. I don't know what I would write. So there's nothing that really happens on tour, because although you're travelling a lot, you don't get to see the cities. There's no time to go exploring. So after a while, hotel rooms, venues and dressing rooms all begin to look the same.
Yeah. You ride when you get to ride your new car?
Yes, and when I get to go home.
Because I heard you own a Audi TT right now.
I do, yes. I bought myself a new car, and I love it. Didn't want to leave it behind, but I had to.
What colour is it?
It's silver.
Silver?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So how many time did you spend in it already?
I've been out in it a lot. I mean, I was picking my friends up from work and things, not because they asked, just because I thought, I'll drive my car, I'll go and pick everyone up. So I've been on a few journeys, and the last 4 dates of the tour were all in Scotland. So I drove myself to and from the gigs, although some of them were miles and miles away. Like one of them's Inverness, which is in the Highlands, and the road involves going up the Cairngorm mountain range in the car, and it was beautiful, beautiful drive.
Aren't your parents afraid that you might bump into something?
Not really, because it's my own money. It's nothing to do with my parents. I don't think they really bother about that. I'm very independent. I live on my own, so I've kind of got out of that stage of my mum worrying about everything I do. So
what's your further relationship with your parents? Are they supporting you a lot?
Yeah, of course they are. I mean, my parents are great. My whole family are amazing, and it's been so easy for me having such great people behind me that I know support me in everything I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, now you're going to on the mainland in Europe. You're doing a few gigs in Paris, I believe,
yes,
this week, and in Germany. You're looking forward?
Yeah, it'll be great fun. I mean, I've been out to Europe a lot recently, but mainly for promo reasons, so it's nice to get out and be able to play some gigs at the same time.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to the most?
I mean, I don't really know. I've not really thought about it, if I'm honest. When you go on tour, your mind kind of turns to mush, which is just jelly and nonsense, because you forget, you have to think about things. So I just wake up, we'll leave this venue tonight and wake up in our destination tomorrow, and then do the whole thing over again.
Which country is this?
Yeah, exactly. Definitely.
But can you feel it in the crowd? Is it a different country?
I don't know. This is the first gig of the tour tonight, so I don't know. I can't.
Yeah, but you've been in a foreign country before, right?
Yeah, but I've not toured before.
Mm.
Yeah, so.
But do you notice it in the people that they're different crowds?
They all speak with foreign accents. I'm kidding. I don't know. I've not played gigs, and I mean I've played with Paul Weller, and it was a bit different because it was a solo gig, so I couldn't really judge it. But I don't know. I'll find out tonight.
Yeah. You're a fan of the Killers, right?
Yeah, I think the Killers are a wonderful band. They're a great band. I think they're one of the few bands around right now that I can honestly say will be here in 20 years' time. I think there's a lot of bands out right now that will kind of fade into obscurity in a few years, but I think the Killers will definitely stand the test of time.
You did a cover of Mr. Brightside?
Yes, I love playing Mr. Brightside. I think it's a great song and it always goes down well, so I love to play it.
Did you ever had contact with them guys?
I've met Brandon before, lead singer, and said hello and that, but that's about it. I've not really had an in-depth conversation with anybody.
Maybe you can write a duet with him.
Maybe. I've got no time to have a life right now, so the thought of that really doesn't excite me right this minute, but I'm sure in the future it would do.
In the next break, maybe you'll
definitely.
What's your favourite song of them?
It's off the new album, The River Is Wild. It's just an album track on their current album, and I think it's a great song.
Yeah. Or like Romeo and Juliet. It's also a cover, but
that's a cover. Yeah, that's
a very good one.
Dire Straits song, but he sings it very well.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're doing Germany, Paris, and everything. What are your plans after that?
I could not tell you, if I'm honest, because I just, like I said, I just pull up to a venue and that. But I mean, after this European tour, I will be going over to America, not for tours, just to meet the label over there and start the ball rolling. And then we're basically into the festival season in the UK in the next few months, and I'll be playing at a few festivals as well.